Hello friends and welcome to Intronaut channel. This is the place on YouTube where we do weekly tarot reading and have opportunity to peek into the future. So I invite you to join me on a reading for this week, that is the third week of the ninth month. So yeah, it already has this kind of key searching adventure in these numbers. So before we do the reading, we interconnect with sound, and today we are surrounded here with nature and have a lot of natural sound. But at this moment there is a lot of machines making sounds, so it cannot be avoided, so it's up to us to accept it. So today I will use this little harpa, and I hope you will enjoy. So let's do the reading now. These are the cards. So the first card points to the happenings in the beginning of the week, and this is the card that yeah, let's see this card. You see it? So this is a card that generally foretells the material troubles, but maybe I would phrase it other way around. I would say that this card presents trouble in the material world. So let's see why. Okay, there are two persons, a male that is physically injured and a female that is emotionally injured. They are walking barefooted in the snow, and it looks like there is a dark night and the snow is falling. They look like they are together, but they're only together because they need each other to survive in, let's say, material world. So there is no deeper connection between them here. So if you are an intronaut, and as an intronaut, I would suggest that this card points to the hurt ego and hurt emotional body, that we are clinging because we think that we have a certain kind of security in this. We have this relationship with this how is it called, pain bodies, because we think that otherwise we would lose our identity. But let's see a bit closer in this card. And the night and the snow is actually a curtain, and on that curtain is a frame in which there is kind of reminding me of a window on the holy houses. So the light that comes and shines on the street where two injured people are passing by is coming from the other side. So this light is shining on them, but they are not able to see it. And it looks like that the power is anchored in this curtain, and we don't own this power. So to me, this card is suggesting that many things around our material reality is connected very much to belief, and in this case I would say to misbelief. So in the beginning of the week, suggestion is that we will be dealing with our beliefs or misbeliefs about the material world. So in a sense, we will maybe ask ourselves a question: if owning property and having stuff makes you happy, or lacking stuff and not owning property, does that make you a poor person? So these kind of beliefs that are connected to how we actually see and connect to life and to the meaning of life. So of course, in the manifestation, this card suggests trouble in the relationship. Suggested that our troubles in the relationship are based on the ideas or on the beliefs that we have about ourselves. So this card also shows to me to tell you that if you have issues, that doesn't mean that you are poor. That doesn't mean that you are sick and misfortunate, But we all have issues because we are here to resolve them, And issues are not something that will give us social status, but it will give us mental health and emotional balance. So some of these things may come up in the reality, and you have to understand that the fear that we have about the bad card is actually something that we have to be thankful for. So if you ask me, I don't think there is any bad card in the deck, but as something as a bad card appears for you to learn something about yourself. And for example, if you see this card, something comes up inside you, and if you think about material trouble, something comes up. That's fear, and that comes up because you have to face it, you have to deal with it, you have to see it for what it is, and that's how you heal it. That's how you are, taking control of your life. So in this case, it's really important to understand that our beliefs uh, about happiness and about sadness and about being rich or being poor, and all these beliefs are really just beliefs if we really look at them. And all these fears that come out when we see material trouble, is that real? Is that real? Does it really happen the way we imagine it? No, it doesn't. It usually doesn't. So you have to face your fears in the beginning of the week concerning material well-being and material security. So now let's see the second card that will kind of point to the happenings in the middle of the week. And the second card is the card that actually proves that what I'm talking about, that there is no bad card in the deck. So you see, this card represents the happenings in the middle of the week, and this card is usually very much connected to not a pleasant state, I will say. So the state that this card is suggesting is not a pleasant state. But if we look that this is just a continuous of what previously was going on, so the issues about beliefs will be crashed. And of course, if you are a bit of a mystic, a bit of intronaut, a bit of a researcher of life and yourself, you know that the crash of misbeliefs brings, liberation and also fortune. And so the middle of the week, if you are not more introvision orientated, it will mean that it will still continue to move issues in the relationship with the husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, friend, co-workers. Some misbeliefs about these relationships will be crushed, and it can hit the bottom. And we have to understand that when we hit the bottom, suddenly everything changes. It changes a new happenings start to happen. So this is actually kind of pointing that we are going to some hard times, that we are being challenged, and we don't take this personally because misbeliefs and our beliefs are being challenged. So we just have to realize that and work with that in the sense that we understand that this state is about progress and not about falling back, falling down. Okay, and now the third card that will point to the happenings in the end of the week, and also will kind of point to the ending of this kind of a bit of challenging state. And this is wonderful because this is wonderful. It points that you'll be doing a soul work all week, and in the end you will be enjoying the liberation, the state of liberation that you will find yourself in. and you will feel what a real security really means. This is a very beautiful queen. She is a really, really beautiful queen, and she is like an impersonator of the greatness of the soul, you know. She is magnificence of soul in a person. So that means that you will feel that with your whole body in the end of the week, when the hard work will be done, and a you know, a soul will kind of soul development will be noticed and felt, and you will learn a lot. So some heavy cards came up, a bit of discussion about the bad cards. Maybe we'll do a special video about that. So heavy cards are just something to be welcomed, to be experienced, and to be a bit of learning and realizing. So if we are experiencing you know, these kind of things, please, I would like some feedback. You can write a comment and maybe write something about how you experience this, or your everyday life. That will be very welcomed. And also you can still ask me questions. You know, I'm still looking for a place to work so people can come, but I really need to work. I am desperate to work. I want to work all the time, and so I'm asking you to help me, to help me develop this gift of mine, and ask questions, and let's make this a fun game. I also invite you, if you would like to have a personal reading, you can have, I can give you a Celtic cross reading. So all you need to do is write an email, and we'll do a video reading. And so this week will be challenging, the beginning, so I wish for you to find strength and to, you know, consider these states as something that is just momentary, and it will work beautifully in the end. So I talk to you soon. I see you soon. I thank you for your attention, and goodbye.